We now turn to the dire refugee emergency. Tonight, Poland says 1 million people have fled to its borders from Ukraine, at least 1.5 million refugees in all. The UN says it will only get worse, calling this the fastest growing crisis since World War II. Families, women with children crossing the border with meager belongings, tears and teddy bears in tow. ABC's Marcus Moore tonight from Poland.
The mass exodus from besieged Ukraine entering a new phase tonight, with more than 1.5 million refugees fleeing since Vladimir Putin launched his war over a week ago.
I think that in terms of numbers, it's going to get worse. I cannot think otherwise, unless the war stops. But if the war doesn't stop, if cities continue to be bombed, for sure, we will see more people coming.
The UN Refugee Agency calling it the fastest growing refugee crisis that Europe has seen since the Second World War. Already Poland welcoming 1 million refugees in the last 11 days. This border crossing in Medzica filled with families bundled up against the cold, their luggage in tow and waiting to board buses. For so many of these families, their first steps in Poland are along this crossing, and it's a pathway lined with donated clothing. There's also a medical tent for the families here, and for so many of them, they will get onto buses headed to an uncertain future. Tonight, our Phil Lipoff in Lublin, Poland, as one family maps out their next steps after escaping Ukraine. 2 days ago, 4-year-old Timko was hiding in his basement near Kyiv, telling his mom they needed to run from the bombs, and so they did, to safety in Poland. His 5-year-old cousin Anna with them. She drew this picture of a man, a tank, and helicopters. We asked, who is the man? She says Putin.
Who's this?
Comforted by her dog Chip, who escaped with them. The flood of Ukrainians into neighboring countries nonstop. Earlier today, Secretary of State Antony Blinken in Moldova vowing support. More than 200,000 displaced Ukrainians like Maria Cherepovskaya now sheltering in the former Soviet Republic. Cherepovskaya saying, I'm from Donetsk. They bombed before and now they are bombing much more. And now we are here in this situation and the people of Moldova are helping. Thank you. But tonight, as those refugees make their way out, millions more remain in the country. Our Aaron Kotersky visiting this shelter in Lviv, Ukraine. Donations pouring in.
Things for babies, there are things for adults, all sorts of clothes, food.
Today we will have some goods from Poland and in a few days from Spain. So people help us.
People want to help.
Yeah.
Massive donations globally. And Marcus Moore joins us now from a train station near the Polish border with Ukraine. Marcus, officials are worried about the next wave of refugees that exit Ukraine. What's the concern?
Lindsay, it seems that a majority of the people who've already left the country have contacts or they have family abroad, so they have a place to stay, for example. But the concern is that the next wave will include people who don't have any connections, so when they leave the country, they will essentially have nowhere to go, and that could worsen the crisis. Lindsay.
A desperation building. Marcus, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.